some of are losing their base. So this was forming a K shape. Okay, so this is known as a K-shaped recovery. So this could be because of many reasons. The first reason could be the structural changes which have been there in our economy, and that is the reality.
Subscribe and press the bell icon so you never miss an update from PrepLadder.
Assessment will also be reflected in this financial stability report. So for your prelims, that you have to remember, this is released by RBI and this is released by annually. Okay. The next important thing is the recovery. So this K-shaped recovery was in news, V-shaped recovery was in news, and in fact V-shaped recovery was the mains question in last mains, okay, in this mains. And if we talk about the K-shaped recovery, so we all know that it was the pandemic time and our economy got its worst hit after this pandemic situation. So our economy was trying to recover. Every country's economy was trying to rebound once again. And because of the many efforts we have seen, even in fact the V-shaped recovery was there in India. We'll talk about that also. But here, what is the concept of this K-shaped recovery? So this was ICE 360 survey of 2021. It talked about this India's recovery is taking a shape of K. Okay. So if you are able to see this picture, that is some of the sectors of India are rising, okay, even in these difficult times. For let's say this is the technological areas, IT based companies, they are ever increasing their base, okay, but certain areas are there. For example, we can say some of the small businesses were there, so they were getting their worst picture they are having now in this difficult time. So some of the sectors are increasing in their base, some of are losing their base. So this was forming a K shape. Okay, so this is known as a K-shaped recovery. So this could be because of many reasons. The first reason could be the structural changes which have been there in our economy, and that is the reality. Because of these structural changes, this impact was very much different on various sectors in its magnitude, in its time, in its intensity. So because of that, these sectors are showing different type of the recovery or different type of the impact. And this is reflected in this K-shaped recovery. So let's talk about this one. This was the report, the assessment of ICE 360 survey of 2021. This talks about that K-shaped recovery was there. And because of that, different rates, times and magnitudes was seen in particularly on these sectors. Okay. This could be because of the structural changes which were there, and it can again reinforce these changes further in our economy. Structural changes can also be manifested because of this K-shaped recovery. Okay, so this was about K-shaped recovery. So what could be the implications of this K-shaped recovery? For example, the inequality will be increasing, means some of the sectors are increasing, some are declining. That is the reason why this inequality can be there. The second thing is great corporate monopolies can be there. These IT-based companies could have monopoly over the market. This could be the reality. And there would be racial wealth gap would be there, and long-term unemployment would be there because some of the smaller businesses, especially the areas which are, you can say, small segments are going to suffer, and they are the areas which provides employment. And this is going to be worst impacted by this type of the recovery. Now, if we talk about this V-shaped recovery, this was the question of this year's mains. So in this way, if you are going to see what is this V-shaped recovery, for example, if we are drawing the curve, so before this pandemic, for example, let's say we were rising like this, our economic growth was like this. Because of the pandemic situation, this was suddenly, there was a fall in this economic growth. And after some time, we have seen that we are rising again at a very faster rate. So this was forming a curve which was of V-shaped. So here you can see this is a V-shaped curve. So how we can say that our recovery was V-shaped? Because of n number of the efforts put by the government. For example, we say after this pandemic, we have seen Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana was there. Some COVID relief packages were released by the government. some of the schemes were launched for the hand-holding support to various segments, be it MSME, be it the credit guarantee type of the loan schemes of the government. For the street vendors we have seen, for the smaller businesses we have seen. So because of these number of efforts, we have seen that our economy was also rebounding with a very quick response. Okay, so this was the V-shaped curve. Okay, so this was the question also of this mains. So this was highlighted that we are rebounding with this V-shaped recovery by the central bank's state of economy report also talked about this one. So this is the rapid and strong growth that we are seeing. And again, I have told you, if this question could have been in the mains, now what you have to write in this one.